Hare Krishna and very good morning. How are you? Good? Fine. Okay, good. So, I've been given this topic, pause and proceed. So, I thought of codifying this thing because pause means so far we are knowing only this symbol. Pause and proceed. So now, today is a very auspicious occasion. Today is also Narsimha Chaturdashi. It is winning over of good things or bad things or positivity or negativity. Today is the day when Lord Vishnu came in the form of Narsimha and killed Hiranyakashipu, who was a great demon, and saved his devotee, that is Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad. It's a very auspicious day. My entire theme is on pause and proceed. So first thing is, why do we need pause? Everything is going good in our life. Good position, good salary, everything is good, going good around us. Why do we need pause? So we need to remember that the things which are happening currently with us will not remain permanent. These things will not remain permanent. And that's why we have to think, we have to pause a certain and then proceed. Again pause and then proceed, pause and proceed. We need not to stop it, but we have to take a pause in between, some interval. So here now, when we take pause, what we need to do during that pause interval? We need to think and look back. What are things we done good in our life and what are the things which we could not do right? So, while I am a motivational speaker, but I am not here to motivate for this moment only, or for this day, or for this year only. And I'm not going to suggest you anything externally for motivation. But motivation is already there inside all of us. But this motivation is currently hidden. So sometimes we feel frustrated, sometimes we feel depressed, sometimes we feel discouraged, sometimes disappointed because of lack of motivation, though it is already there inside. So today, the techniques which we are going to discuss is already within us. So I come here just to remind those things. In fact, to motivate somebody, you don't require any external things. It is just he or she has to be reminded that motivation is already there. Everybody is motivated there. But sometimes there is a curtain is there. So we forget our potential. And then some external speaker comes and then he tries to motivate us. So here, currently this is our condition. In fact, this Shadbhuja avatar, currently it can be even 10 hands are also there. Then also those hands will be insufficient for us. Because we had taken so much load on all of us. that we don't have time to think over it, whether whatever we are doing currently, it is right or wrong. But we keep on doing things there. We see this thing. Even 6 hands are also not sufficient. He is too much occupied. This is the condition of all of us. So in this condition, we'll have to take a pause in between, think over it, review it, and then proceed. So this is the theme of today. Let's pause and proceed. Now, today we are going to touch upon these 5 points. During this pause interval, every time we are pausing, we are thinking all those 5 points there. Do we have sufficient knowledge or we are ignorant? Are we in illusion or we are clear about our thoughts? Are we intelligent enough to take right decision? Do we have right instructor or right mentor? Or in spiritual language called guru? And do we have sufficient backup so that materially whenever we fall, somebody is there to support us? Do we have that strong foundation? Because if you don't have strong support and materially if you fail, if our condition becomes miserable or get disappointed, then many people commit suicide, some get mentally disturbed, some go into deep disappointment, depression, and then go to various consultants and doctors who charge very high fee and just on a weekly or monthly basis give some tips. No need of all those things. Already those tips are there inside us. So today we are just going to discover what is already inside us, and that is how we get self-motivated there. So we'll be touching upon these 5 points there. Because if we are in ignorance, then what will happen? This animal, this poor animal, is always called an ignorant or foolish animal. Always, when we give example, even to our child also, sometimes when we are angry, we'll say, गधा है क्या? समझ में नहीं आता क्या? Though this poor fellow, this animal, is a symbol of this foolishness, that ignorance. Actually, this is the condition of all of us. While we laugh on this poor animal, this is the condition of all of us. Because as we see, this is a polished animal. This is a polished animal because it's called, a man is a social animal. From our childhood days we heard this thing. So this is a polished animal because he is also carrying the same load as this poor animal. What is in front of this poor animal? A carrot is there. A carrot is being shown to him. Yes, keep on doing hard work. Keep on doing hard work. But hard work like an animal. And then by just seeing that carrot, he move forwards and keep on taking load, keep on taking load, keep on. Just review, just think, just pause over it. Which today's session is stressing on this. Just pause over it. Think how that Polish animal which has 6 hands is different from this animal. That animal is called human being and this animal is called ass or donkey. Just because something is being shown. So we need to be aware that we should not be in this ignorant condition there. Whatever, because he is a foolish animal. He doesn't know what is right and what is wrong. So in our entire life, we need to have knowledge, appropriate knowledge. He doesn't have any knowledge, so that's why he's in this condition, his poor condition. Because of the lack of knowledge, we suffer in this material world, in this world. Take the example of a child. If a fire is being burned, since child is ignorant, a small child is there, say 1 or 2 years child, who has never experienced fire. So child goes near a place where fire is being burned and put his finger in that fire. What will happen to child? His finger will get burned. But a matured person, an adult man, he will not go and put inside his finger inside fire. Why? Why child has put finger inside the fire? Because of the lack of knowledge. Because of ignorance of the child, he put his finger inside the fire and then he burned the fire and it caused miseries to that child. But a matured man who is in knowledge, sufficient knowledge, he will not face this misery because he has got knowledge that if I put my finger in the fire, it will get burned and it will be the cause of my miseries. So that knowledge makes a difference. As you get more matured, more and more knowledge is there. And of course, it should be appropriate knowledge. It should be appropriate knowledge. More and more knowledge there. The number of miseries in our life, or distress in our life will get lessened. It will be less and less. As we can see from this, there are many more examples there. If a child is asked, immature child asked to drive a car, he will not be able to control the speed and may cause accident. So it will be cause of misery. It's not only for him or her, it's for entire family. But a mature person, a learned person who has got sufficient knowledge, he knows that if I drive a car carelessly or recklessly, then it will cause accident and it will be cause of miseries for my entire family. So here, we need to know that the knowledge, the more we are knowledgeable, or less we are ignorant, more we'll be happier. Because of ignorant condition, we get trapped into some of the things where we should not get trapped. So this is the first point wanted to touch, ignorance. Let us not be in ignorance. So how it is linked to motivation, or how is linked to today's topic? Pause and proceed. Because when we are pausing in our daily routine life, we are taking slight pause. We are not stopping the life. We are just taking a pause and thinking on all these points there. Then whatever things we are doing will be more effective and more efficient. And we'll always remain motivated. Because of, as we seen from these 2 examples, there are many more examples there. Probably we can also find in our daily life there. The more and more we are knowledgeable, less and less mistakes we'll be committing and less miserable we'll be. So ignorance is the now, as we heard from our childhood days there, there are 6 things within all of us, which under the cover of which those 6 things will be in ignorant condition. Lust, anger, greed, illusion or delusion or bewilderment, pride, and envy. These are the 6 things. These are the 6 things which will make us ignorant. Now, why do we see murders, or why do we see rapes, murders, or theft? Because if lust is very strong, then under that strong lust, chances of rapes will be higher, because people are ignorant what will be the outcome of that. If anger is very high, if you can't control, then chances of killing others or murder will happen, because we are under strong influence of anger. Envy, all these things. So there are 6 enemies within us which are keeping us ignorant. So to manage those things there, we have to manage our anger, we need to manage our lust, we have to manage our greed, we have to manage our envy, we have to manage our pride. Because anytime these things will take us down and we will get demotivated there, because outcome will take us to downward. Now, so here this picture is showing all these enemies which are the cause of this ignorance. So whether it's a professional life, personal life, family life, social life, any life, all these factors will be common. Because probably somebody may ask question, how do these things impact us in our professional life? Its professional life is not separate from our personal life. It's integrated. Professional life, personal life, family life, social life, all these are integrated. Because personal life is impacting professional life, and professional life is impacting personal life, so they are integrated. So whatever we are discussing today, this is equally applicable in our professional life, personal life, family life, social life. So today's topic is just to create awareness about all these things, so that we don't get trapped into negativity and always remain motivated, because these are the factors which impact our positive attitude, which take us downward, which pull us. All these factors pull us. Now let us come to next topic, that is next point out of our 5 points. First was ignorance, second illusion. We in this world, we are always in illusion. Always in illusion. Illusion which is not real or which is not true. Take the example of this deer. A deer is many people would have heard this thing, mirage. In a desert, because it is a sandy land, lot of sand is there, so when there is a sunlight, there is a reflection. At distant end, there is a reflection. So this thirsty deer, he thinks that there is a water at the distant end. This fellow is thirsty, and then because of illusory effect created by the reflection of light in the sandy land, this deer, which has got small quantity of water inside his stomach, for more water, he starts running at a very, very high speed. Running. When reaches to that place there is no water, because there was no water. It was just an illusion. It was because of the reflection of light, illusion. So he is running. Every time he is running, he is running, and then there is no water. Similarly, in this world, this is the condition of all of us also. In this world, for us, happiness is like this water. Happiness is like the water, which is never available. This will keep on running. Every time you see water because of reflection, but there is no water. So finally he dies his natural death in the search of the water, because the water was never there. Similarly, in the search of happiness, just a point to ponder over. Similarly, in the search of happiness, if you think that during childhood days, once I become teenage, I'll be very happy. Once you become teenage, then, I'll become young, I'll be very happy. Then when I start earning, I'll get a good job, I'll be very happy. Then once I get married, I'll be very happy. I'll have children, I'll be very happy. So happiness is like a mirage. So we need to be aware of this illusion, that we should not get impacted by this illusory energy. We should be in our real life. What are the real facts? So the point which I am trying to make is there, that if we are not in illusion, then, and if we are in our reality, real life, then we'll remain more satisfied and happy rather than in illusion. Because when illusion, it's not a real thing. So there'll be a lot of unhappiness if we are not able to meet our expectations. So in our professional life also, these things will impact us: ignorance and then illusion. So in professional life also, if we think of this illusion there, every time we are not meeting the reality, we'll get disappointed. We'll not remain motivated. So while we are pausing, just think of it, and then after that we can proceed to next. Because theme is pause and proceed. Now, illusion is also sometimes called, many people call it Maya. Maya means which is not true, but we think that is true. Something which is not true, but we think this is true. That is illusion. Now, another example which we see in our daily life is that when a young boy and a young girl meet each other and they develop love with each other, what happens? Lot of promises are made. Oh, I can give my life for you. Boy will say, I can give my life for you. Girl will also say, oh, I can also give my life for you. You do for me this thing for me? Yeah, I can do this for me. So lot of promises and assurance, lot of commitment because of illusion. Once they get married, and then 5, 10 years, 15 years pass, in many cases they are ready to take each other's life rather than giving life to each other. It is just because of illusion. What has changed? Same boy and same girl? Everything remains same? It is only time has passed. We realize the things. We come into reality. There is a knowledge. We come out of ignorance. We come out of illusion. And second, then sometimes they are ready to take each other's life. Earlier, before marriage, they were ready to give each other's life. Just opposition. Just because the illusion is gone. Same thing may happen in our professional life also. Sometimes we will not get promotion. Sometimes the nature of job which we want, it is not available. We will get frustrated. Because of our illusion ignorance. So be real. And remain in full knowledge that this material world is like this only. Let us not remain ignorant. Let us not remain in illusion. Proceed. Let us proceed. Illusion is also built around I, me, and mine. Me. This is I. This is around my friend circle, my family, So whenever there is a frustration, you don't have any support there. But if we expand this thing, entire thing is expanded, and then other people are also included in our network, then probably there will be lesser shocks. Take the example of a fly, which in Hindi we call makhi, fly. Fly gets attracted by this nice web. It gets attracted by nice web and then gets inside it. It looks very nice from outside. So fly thinks that, oh, let us go inside this thing. Once it goes inside this thing, then it gets trapped. Never come out, and then finally it meets its natural death there. So that is the illusion there. So whether it's a personal life, professional life, family life, or social life, let us not be ignorant. Let us not be under any false thing there which is called illusion. Let us not be under the impression of Maya. We have taken pause and then now proceed. Intelligence. So we all are intelligent enough, but our intelligence is covered by outside data, external statistics, and then our wrong association. Our so-called friends, so-called society, they give a lot of inputs. And because of these inputs, even though we are intelligent enough, we can think creatively. But if a lot of inputs are available, we get covered like a cloud. So intelligent person is one who thinks with his natural intelligence. In Bhagavad Gita, there is one slok. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upyantite. Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter 10th slok. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upyantite. So that's why when we have got spiritual support is there, then Lord is also there to provide that intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Lord is providing sufficient intelligence so that we can take right decisions. So that's why our association, the people whom we associate with, should be intelligent. That means we should associate with a higher level of people who are higher than us. Because then we'll get right advice, right suggestions, and then our decisions will be right, whether it is a decision in our professional life or personal life or social life. Point to think on it. Just take a pause from our daily routine life, think on it. Otherwise, our life will not be different from animal life. What is there in animal life? Animal life. A dog has 4 legs. We have four wheels, we have car, so four wheels are there. No difference. We are running on wheels, he is running on legs. Sleeping, here also sleeping. Eating, here also eating. Mating, producing children. Mating. Defending, he also, when there is a heavy rain, sunlight is there, he'll try to defend himself. We'll also try. We got air-conditioned apartments. So, sleeping, eating, mating, defending. Dog is also doing, we are also doing. Dog has four legs, we have four wheels. Now what is difference? What else? The human being, the God has given this body, this human being, to think or something, he has to do something extra, which animals are not doing. Sleeping, eating, mating, defending, animals are doing, we are also doing. But human being is made for something extra, something additional. Now, we are made human beings. There are 84 lakh species of life. Normally, they call it 84 lakh, 84 lakh species of life, out of which human beings are very less. Rest are animals and birds and insects. So we have to think of it. Why we have been given this life, human life is there. Otherwise, we'll be like a polished animal. We'll be like a polished animal. Here, he's also doing all these things there. Sleeping, eating, mating, defending. So, intelligence is given to think over it, to ponder over it, and then proceed. Pause and proceed. Next point which we'll be touching is instructor. So who will give this? Instructor is one who helps us in shaping our identity through knowledge. It's like in Sanskrit it's called guru. In counseling it's called mentor, counselor and counselee. People call it different names. Instructor, teacher, guru, mentor, counselor. So he is helping us in shaping our identity through knowledge. He is giving relevant knowledge to us. Contextual knowledge, relevant knowledge to us. And helping us in shaping our identity. So we should have some mentor, some instructor in life who is higher than us in the knowledge. Relevant knowledge. So that we can succeed in our life. Again, whether personal life or professional life, social life. Instructor is one who is showing our face in the mirror. He is helping us to show, this is your face. Don't be under any illusion. Don't be ignorant. This is your face, your reality is there. He is the real instructor. Instructor also help us. He acts as a mirror to help us identify and harness our hidden potential. See, this is the potential inside you. Why you are bleating? There is a lot of potential. So there is a story. I think you would have heard this thing, but a story is giving a lot of things to us, a lot of insight to us. Once a lion and lioness had a cub with them. So lion once started thinking that let me take cub to the outside world, to forest. Okay, so this is instruction. Finally, so instructor is instructing us, and then finally, we have fifth point, that is initiation of spirituality in life. So when we have spirituality, this is the last point which we are covering. when there is a spirituality in our life, then spirituality empowers us to resolve the problem of life. Spirituality in itself is not resolving the problem, but spirituality is a strong foundation which is helping us, which is empowering us to resolve the issues, resolve the problem there. So we should have a very strong spiritual base. So that whenever there is a material failure is there, we can take the help of spirituality. And then finally, this is the last slide of my initiation of spiritual life. How can we get initiated in spiritual life? Always remember God. Be thankful or be grateful to the Lord, because He has provided a lot of things. Like somebody is helping us, we always say thank you. Another person is helping us, we say thank you, I'm very grateful. So Lord has given so many things. So it's just spiritually means always thanking the Lord. Always be grateful to the Lord. So that is a strong support. In the time of crisis, we can always, in fact, normally we should not only in the time of crisis, but normally under all circumstances, we should be thankful to God. We should always be remembering, because remembering God detoxifies our mind, burns out unnecessary anxieties and negative emotions accumulated within us, and makes the mind the more receptive to positive emotions. These are all the things when we take a pause and then proceed. So every time we are taking a pause, we need to think of all these points there and then proceed. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say through these 5 points. Today's topic, but let us pause and play. These are things to be deliberated during pause. Thank you.